Oh no, what are you doing, Bhumika?
I am playing.
You're not supposed to play. And you're also not supposed to pluck the leaf. You have to water them.
Why?
Because if you take care of the plant will give us fresh air.
Good morning to one and all. The theme that we chose for our community work is how trees are important. Trees are important in keeping our world beautiful and a better place to live in. Tree gives us fresh air to breathe, fruits and vegetables to eat. Tree also known as a house of birds. It also saves us from bad things. They clean the pollution from air and give us the fresh air to breathe in. The roots hold the soil and make it strong to prevent soil erosion, prevents landscape and earthquakes. Tree also helps us to give us shelters and it also helps us in medicine. Now I have one video which I would like to share with you how we have to take care of plants and be friends with them and we have to water the plant every day. Thank you.
Okay, can you see the dry leaf? So now this leaf is dry. So you always have to put water. If you put water, the leaf will not get dry. Okay. So now what is this? This is dry leaf which you have to cut. You have to take care of it. Okay, can you cut this?
A menace to mankind, deforestation and pollution. In 2009, India ranked 10th worldwide in the amount of forest loss. Is this what we really want? Let's work together to make the earth greener and cleaner. Together we can do it.
This is Noor and today I am talking about Chipko movement. The Chipko movement or Chipko Andolan was a forest conservation movement in India. It began in 1973 in Uttarakhand, then a part of Uttar Pradesh at the foothills of Himalayas. It created a precedent for starting non-violent protest in India. However, it was Sundar Lal Bahuguna, a Gandhian activist, who gave the movement a proper direction. It was to inspire in time many eco-groups by helping to slow down the rapid deforestation, increase social awareness and the need to save trees. Overall, the Chipko Andolan stands out as a very successful non-violent protest against falling off trees. The famous Chipko movement slogan was, "Ecology is permanent economy." Recently cut down.
Forests precede civilizations and deserts follow them. Forests are the world's air conditioning system, the lungs of the planet, and we are on the verge of switching it off. Let me take you through a few local and global effects of deforestation that we must be aware of. Firstly, filthy air. Trees are a crucial part of carbon cycle. Absence of trees would result in significantly higher amount of carbon dioxide in the air and lower amounts of oxygen. Secondly, lifeless soil. We depend on agriculture for our livelihood. Reduction in agriculture will leave people in starvation. Thirdly, chronic drought. Trees add humidity into the air through transpiration, but lack of trees results in lack of moisture in the air. Fourthly, water wars. Future politicians are going to have to make groundbreaking decisions on how to preserve fresh water resources for their country, and one option would be to wage wars against each other, even to the point of death. Mahatma Gandhi said, "If you want to change the world, start with yourself." So what could be the answer to this? Home gardening? Yes. So now you have the most direct way of providing daily food, a source of income for the purchase of other foods, a means to produce non-food items like medicinal herbs, spice, firewood, and building materials. Reversing deforestation is complicated. Planting a tree is simpler. Thank you.
Important thing about saving the environment is controlling the waste that we produce every day. One of the ways is segregating the biodegradable from the non-biodegradable ones. Now, how do we deal with the biodegradable wastes? Everybody can start something called as a compost bin in the house, and it is as easy as this. So this is what a typical compost bin looks like. It is a terracotta plant, it is a terracotta pot that I have managed to get from a potter. A lot of vegetable scraps have been added into it. These vegetable scraps will degrade over the time, and then finally what do we get is something called as the compost, which is highly nutritious for the plants that grow. For a compost bin, we have to put in the vegetable scraps, which are the greens and the browns. And coming back now to the non-biodegradable ones, the non-biodegradable ones can be easily used as planters in case if you are a plant lover. This is an oil can that is produced and can be used as a planter safely.
Today I am going to speak to you about how underwatering and overwatering plants can hamper the growth of your plant. When you underwater your plants, they typically grow slowly and have brown, dry leaf edges. The plants may drop leaves or flowers, or the plant may fail to flower entirely. The lower leaves usually suffer first, becoming yellowed and curled. Eventually, the plant dries up and dies. Now, how can you prevent your plant from being underwatered? For most plants, check soil moisture at least once weekly. Water when the top 1 to 2 inches of soil begins to feel dry. Check the soil moisture of outdoor potted plants daily and garden plants at least twice as a week. What happens when you overwater your plants? An overwatered plant develops soft, rotten roots as the root system drowns and begins to die. The plants begin to drop leaves, both new and old, or the leaves may become soft and appear rotten. Now, how to prevent your plants from being overwatered? Check the drip tray beneath the pot for standing water and empty it promptly after each irrigation to minimize the chances of overwatering. Most plants don't require watering if the top 1 to 2 inches of soil feels moist. Happiness is when the plant you thought had died comes back to life. So remember, make sure you don't underwater or overwater your plants. Thank you.
Artisans are crafting coconut shells that would otherwise get tossed into cutlery, straws and bowls. They are cut, they are sanded, and then they are polished. And the final step is to rub the coconut oil on them, which bring out a natural beauty of a bowl. The custom dish is eco-friendly and reusable. It's perfect for salad, stews and soups, and can be paired with coconut cutlery. To totally eliminate the needs for single-use plastics, the coconut trees themselves only grow fruits for about 70 years and then they die. The coconut farmers cut them down and they plant new ones in their place, using the coconut wood to create a furniture and other building material. We source the smaller piece and the offcut, and artisans turn them into spoon, fork and knives.